Well, hello there everybody, and welcome today to a new squad building challenge here on FIFA 17. You'll have to excuse the difference in the sound of my voice. I'm a little bit ill at the moment, bit blocked up, all of that stuff. Hopefully I'll feel better a little bit soon. So, today we have a new marquee matchups, which seems to be a weekly squad building challenge that appears on the console, which I'm pretty happy about. It's always quite a fun one to do. There's always 4 challenges, and today is no exception. We've got 4 different games happening over the next couple of days, meaning that we need to complete challenges for Dortmund versus Schalke, Spartak Moscow versus CSKA Moscow, the Orlando Pirates versus the Kaiser Chiefs, and the Birmingham versus Villa derby game. So, let me take you through the Dortmund versus Schalke one first, shall we? For this challenge, we are going to win ourselves a Premium Gold Players Pack, which is, of course, quite a nice pack. These challenges themselves are often worth it if you have the players in your club, because the packs you get could net you someone sick. However, if you have some of the players and not all of them, sometimes it's just best to flog the ones that you think are going to be high in price. So sometimes I do that, sometimes I complete them, and for this challenge we needed at least 2 Dortmund, at least 2 Schalke, and exactly 11 players from the Bundesliga, but they all needed to be from a different nation. So, as you can see, I've gone ahead and completed it quite easily. Mostly non-rares. The only rare in the club is Nastasic, and I'm only sticking him in there simply because he is a untradeable player for me. However, is he 70p? You know what? He's actually quite good. I will need another Schalke player here. Hold up, hold the phone. So let's put in Stambouli. I don't think we've got another French player. Let's put Stambouli in for this guy. And let's get rid of Nastasic for a Bundesliga player that is just from a different nation. Because I don't want to get rid of Nastasic. I know that he is untradeable, but I might use him at some point, and to me that's worth a little something. What nation haven't we used? I don't think we've used this one, have we? No, we haven't. So let's go ahead and use him. Simple. That works for me. We complete the challenge. We get that 76 rated team with a 100 chemistry, of course. Let's submit, and of course we get ourselves that Premium Gold Players Pack. Nice one indeed. That is 1 out of 4 completed. Let's move on to the next one. Right then, so this is my team for the Spartak Moscow versus CSKA Moscow, little bit of a derby match. We needed 3 players from each of the team, and every single one needed to be gold, and at least 7 players out of that 11 needed to be Russian. So of course that will have put the price up of some Russian players. The players from CSKA, I believe, are these ones here. We've got the 2 centre-backs, and then Natko at CDM. And then I have players from my striker, my cam, and my CDM over here are the players from Spartak. So I've just filled in other players that are from Russia. I figured the Russian players from these 2 teams are going to be particularly expensive because they sort of complete a lot of the requirements. So therefore I've tried to use like players from Moscow that aren't from Russia where I possibly could. But I struggled a little bit, so some of the players, as you can see, these 2 guys probably sell for a little bit at the moment. We're going to get ourselves a players pack, a gold players pack, which is quite nice. I imagine 1 or 3 of those players in the pack will be rare, so that'll be alright. And then I'll probably go ahead and sell some of the major players that are on my bench right here, in case they are heightened prices at the moment. Always make the most out of that. So let's go ahead and submit. We do that one nicely, and we are halfway through. Earned ourselves a gold players pack as well. Sweet. Next up we have the Orlando Pirates versus the Kaiser Chiefs, and for this one we're just going to get a standard gold pack. This one is probably one that's not particularly worth it, but we're doing the overall challenge to hopefully be worth it when we get a decent pack. Now, the only way I've managed to complete this one, I guess loyalty comes into it somewhat, but what I've done is actually use 2 left backs. I was just taking from the pool of players that I had in my club, and what I would always suggest to you guys is to use the left back and left mid, or the right mid and right back as your players from Orlando and Kaiser Chiefs, because they don't link to as many players. Like, for instance, you wouldn't want to use players in the centre mid spots as your 2 players from Kaiser Chiefs and Orlando, simply because they link to like 4 other people. So the chances of you getting the chemistry of the rest of the team up to 100 is slim. And even though my left back here is only on 4 chem, of course because of loyalty he would be on 3 otherwise, and this guy would be on 9, and some of these would also be on 9 as well, I'm sure. That is the reason we've managed to get this completed and up to 100 chemistry, which of course is the necessity, and it needed to be a 74 overall rating. We've got a 76. What I did for the rest of the players was simply go to a league and scroll through the teams, pick players that are non-rare and gold that would match the requirements, but they all have to obviously play for different clubs. However, these are all the players that I don't particularly want in my club, like slow centre-back here with 62 pace, so he's not too slow. This guy was the really slow one, 36 pace. Now, I'm never going to use you, so you might as well go into a squad building challenge for me to complete. So, let's go ahead and get this one over and done with and get ourselves a gold pack. And we're 3/4 of the way there. Let's go to the Birmingham versus Villa one to complete this SBC. We're going to get 1,000 coins and a premium gold pack, which I believe is a 15k pack, right, for this one. Now, if you were anything like me, you might be struggling on this a little bit, simply because I got rid of my Villa players a little while ago because they were in a recent squad building challenge and because I wanted to make profit. So I struggled somewhat. I actually luckily did have 2 Villa players. I had Jedinak and AU as my 2 players that were already in my club, so they're going to get used. And then I had this CDM here and the right back from Birmingham. They will fit the bill perfectly for me today. But again, we needed like 8 nationalities in this particular squad building challenge. That was the requirement, and we needed to have at least a 76 rated team. Now, because I didn't have any gold Birmingham players, I had to actually make sure the rest of the team was all gold and get some higher rated ones. Like for a non-rare, like a 77, like the centre-back and the goalkeeper here. They're what bring the rating up of your team. And of course, I have had to use Sandro as well, that I wouldn't necessarily want to get rid of because he's a Brazilian who is probably quite a popular player. However, it had to be done to get that 76 rating, and we have completed the challenge. Let's go ahead and submit, and we have done this week's marquee matchups. Woohoo! Let's see what it looks like. It looks the same as always with that little V for the it stands for like versus, I guess, for the big matches at the weekend. And then we have the premium gold players pack as our reward. So we should have 5 packs in the store now to open, and well, let's hope we can do something good with them. Opening them in order, then we will go for this one first. I don't think it's going to be anything good. It's just a regular gold pack, and we do get ourselves a non-rare. However, it is a Russian, which isn't so bad. That might sell. Who knows whether or not he will. I will stick him in the club for now, and all of the dupes that are players will go onto the market because they sell. They all sell for a little bit more than what you could discard them for. Next up, we've got 2 regular premium gold packs. Then we have a players pack, and then the premium gold players pack, which is the one we definitely want. Regular gold pack then, a 7.5k pack, is another non-rare. Unfortunately, we've not been particularly lucky so far, and we get an Argentine who doesn't look particularly great to me. I will stick everything in the club. We do get a little squad fitness action going on there. We get an MLS player as well, whose prices are still a little bit heightened due to that Giovinco squad building challenge. Another premium gold pack here. Can we get something cool? Please, please, please. So we get a rare gold, but it's nothing amazing. It's a Basel player. It's Sushi, or Sushi, however you say his name. He looks like a very good centre-back, but I can't imagine he really sells for much. We've probably already replaced one of our French League 1 players there as well. And he's going to go on the transfer list. So only 2 packs remain. One is a players pack, and the other is a gold premium players pack. So let's check it out. This one's only got 1 rare. Hopefully it'll be a good one, like an inform would be sweet. No, it's an under 83 rated one. Who are we going to get? That is Rene Adler, 81 rated. He might sell for a little bit, but so far it doesn't seem as though this challenge has been particularly worth it. However, it may have just been worth it as this guy plays in the MLS, and I'm sure he will probably sell for thousands. So that helps us out quite a lot, I'm not going to lie. Cheeky little MLS players here and there. They really do pay off these squad building challenges. Those, the Liga NOS players as well. And finally, the premium gold players pack. Boom. Come on, give me something sick, please. Please, it's not going to be anything amazing. Oh dear, it's Ospina. Oh god, 79 rated. Guys, I don't think this marquee matchups has been particularly worth it. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a bit of a poor one. Unfortunately, the packs haven't been amazing for me. That's a little bit of a shame, but no, nonetheless, I'm sure we can turn a bit of a profit on some of those players in the transfer market. That's been the latest marquee matchups. You can use the teams that I've used there if you want to. However, I would recommend waiting maybe a day or so for their prices to drop slightly. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure you smash a like on it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time, guys. Peace.